Hey guys, this is Valentina Palladino for Ars Technica, and today I'm here with the Garmin Vivoactive HR. The original Vivoactive came out a little while ago, probably a year and a half ago, and it had a much thinner design than this. It was very watch-like. This is a redesigned version, and it also has Garmin's Elevate wristband heart rate monitor in it. Basically what Garmin's trying to do is putting this Elevate heart rate monitor into all of their wristbands. So you have options with and options without. The Vivoactive HR is designed very differently than the original Vivoactive, and it actually looks quite similar to the Fitbit Surge. So the screen is a little bit bigger than the Fitbit Surge, and it's actually really nice. It's meant to be viewed both indoors and outdoors very well, and you can adjust the brightness. Because it has this kind of rectangular module on top, on the bottom of this there's the optical heart rate monitor, and embedded inside this is a GPS. So the Surge also has a GPS embedded inside, and with both of those devices you don't have to have your phone with you if you want to map runs and bike rides using a GPS. You can do it just from here. So on the bottom here you have two physical buttons, one that will turn on the device and act as a back button, and one that will help you navigate, but it is a touchscreen, so you kind of use this and your fingers. And it has a very wide band, which again, very much like the Fitbit Surge, very flexible. It has like a watch-like closure, so it's very easy to tighten, and you're going to want to tighten it. I have it on very tight right now, not like circulation impairing tight, but tight enough so that there's no space in between the heart rate monitor and your skin. So if you scroll down, you'll see my day, and here you'll see your past activities. So I did some rowing indoors in my gym today, and if you keep scrolling down, you can see steps, distance, floors climbed. The intensity minutes is, they kind of recommend that you get 150 minutes of intense activity a week, so you kind of have that dial there. And then you have weather here, and your notification dump, because this can receive all of your smartphone notifications. And you also have your heart rate. So here you have the chart of your heart rate throughout the day, and you have the current heart rate that changes over time, your resting heart rate, and then the low and the high that it recorded throughout the day. And the watch face can be changed. You can change it from digital to analog as you'd like, customize different colors, so you can make this, how you want it. It is quite large to wear all day long, but one thing that is a little bit different from the Surge is that you see here, there's this kind of space in between the module and the bands. And this makes it pretty flexible. Like, it's not attached, so it's not like you're fighting with it to pull it down. You'll get at least 7 to 8 days of battery, which is pretty good. And in GPS mode, GPS uses a ton of battery, you'll get at least 13 hours, which is also pretty good. So when you want to start a new activity and record a workout, you can press this button at the bottom right here, and it'll bring you to the list of all the workouts and all the activities that you can track. Now, the thing about the Garmin Vivoactive HR is that it can track a ton of activities, way more than the new Vivo Smart HR Plus, the one that has the HR monitor and the newly added GPS. So that one is very similar to this, but this can track swimming, golf, indoor, outdoor walking and running, rowing, stand-up paddleboarding, skiing and snowboarding, cross-country skiing, and also with indoor and outdoor options. One of the things also that you can do with this that you can't do with the HR Plus is that you can download different maps of golf courses, which will be really helpful if you want to track, your swing and all that kind of stuff, and you're going to different types of courses. And it can also connect to different types of sports sensors, so bicycle sensors. A lot of the things from Garmin's lineup, like accessories, this can connect to. It's very versatile, and I also added these two here. You can add different profiles for like strength and cardio, so these are just general. Guaranteed you'll be able to find some sort of category for the exercise that you want to track. So this is the Garmin Connect mobile app for iOS and Android, and this is where you connect and sync the Vivoactive HR and any other Garmin product. They all use this app. And you can see here I have my step count, my sleep count. This does automatically track sleep, so it gets synced with all the rest of your activity information. And here you just have a bunch of the other stats, including how many activities you recorded for the day, how many floors you climbed, your intensity minutes again, and your active calories. So you can just swipe through and you can see more things here. This is dedicated solely to steps. Because the Vivoactive HR is one of the more expensive Garmin products, it's built to be used tactically. So anything here for the most part, except for like changing settings or downloading specific apps from the Connect IQ store, basically anything that you see here, you can look at on the actual device. And these can be edited as you'd like. So here in the bottom toolbar, you can see a couple of different things. Here's your leaderboard. So if you were to sign up for a challenge or compete with different friends who have Garmin devices, you can look at that here. You have a calendar view, so you can see, kind of little bars to represent your activity over time. This is basically your news feed. So these are the two activities that I recorded today. If you tap on one of them, you can see stats specifically from that recorded activity. So you can see the duration of my rowing workout, and the calories that I burned. You can tap on these, you can see just different views, how many strokes per minute, all that kind of good stuff. And then I really like this one. This is where you can see your heart rate over time in that specific workout. Both on the actual device and in the app, they're very colorful, very easy to understand. It just really shows you in that specific burst of time what kind of heart rate levels you were reaching, what your average was, what your lowest, what your highest was. In comparison to the rest of the other fitness trackers that are at its $250 price point, it is an expensive fitness tracker. However, Garmin has a ton of other fitness trackers that are more expensive than this. Fenix 3 line, their GPS watches and hardcore sports watches, they can be upwards of $300, $400, $500, $600. So this is really to compete with the Fitbit Surge, no doubt. You could also lump in the new Microsoft Band in there too. But considering how much this thing can track, it's got a lot to offer. And for $250, it definitely covers all of your bases. You're definitely getting your money's worth with all the features that the Vivoactive HR offers.